Welcome to Safety is Everywhere YouTube channel.
Dear friends, don't forget to subscribe this channel and share the link with your safety professional friends.
Hello, welcome. So far, you have seen many of the concepts and some of the hazard identification techniques. Today, I will discuss those concepts and techniques. I can say that you are revisiting some of the things what you have learned. So, today's topic is application of hazard identification techniques. The contents today will be pressure tank example. So, already I have explained what is pressure tank example. That example again we will revisit. Then with reference to that pressure tank system, we will see that the system breakdown structure, particularly it will be a hardware based structure, then hazard triangle, then safety ontology, then after safety ontology, from on safety ontology several accident paths can be generated, then the preliminary hazard list, preliminary hazard analysis, HAZOP, FEMA, FMEA, all those with reference to pressure tank example. Please note that that it is not the exhaustive explanation, it is rather a some systematic way of doing hazard identification. That is what we will be discussing now. Maybe you can find out some more aspects particularly related to hazard identification, but nevertheless this lecture will give you or will clarify you if you have some doubt earlier with respect to the different concepts. So, let me revisit again. This system you know. Here what happened? One is the tank, and the purpose of this tank is to store gas which will be pressurized to certain design intent, and they whether that particular pressure is attained or not, or more pressure if it is attained, then what will happen. So, those things are basically monitored and activated, or other way I can say rectified using alarm, pressure gauge, relief valve as well and operator's help. But the tank is pressurized by gas and the gas is pumped to the tank with the help of a pump, which is actuated by another mechanism, which is basically timer and the electrical circuit. So, this is what is explained here. The cycle begins with 0 gas in the tank, and then pumping starts with the timer set to a particular time. The timer is set in such a manner that the desired pressure is attained inside the tank, and after that what will happen, timer automatically disconnect the contact, and then pump will be disconnected from the power and pump ceases to operate. So, after that what happen, the discharge valve will open and the gas will go to the utility equipment, and that for simplicity that complete discharge is considered. In between what are the different things that can happen are, one is that timer will fail, maybe that connect to pump will be electricity to pump will be more than the desired time, pump will overrun, pump overrun leads to overpressure. Under overpressure condition, alarm may work, may not work. If alarm work, operator may come and see the pressure gauge or may be delayed. So many things can happen, which are all negative things or positive things, but mostly we will be concentrating on the negative things. Okay. So, this is what we have already discussed and you know this. Then with reference to this system, what I have done, I said that this pressure tank system has storage system, another one is pumping system or supply system, I can say supply of gas. So then in the storage system, pressure tank is one, then pressure gauge, relief valve, discharge valve, alarm. These are the components for the pressure storage system. Pumping system, pump is there, timer and the electric circuit. Obviously, the timer can be within the circuit, but timer is a special one, so we kept it separately. And then circuit, the wire, switch, contact, power supply. So, what I mean, we mean to say that if we consider this very simple system, here is the pressure tank. So, your work is basically first break down to all the component level and if required sometimes to the parts level also. So, that you will understand the system and its function. This breakdown is required because you will be able to understand the function of each of the component and how the resultant all the components will create the that storing system, that is the what is the sub function here, storing of gas, what is the sub function here, pumping of gas to the tank, and the overall this is basically that creating a pressure tank, a tank filled with gas of desired pressure. So, for larger system it will be large. Now, hazard triangle, what are the elements in hazard triangle? There will be hazardous elements or component of hazardous triangle, hazardous element, then your initiating mechanism and target and threat. With reference to this pressure tank, gas, wire, power supply, operator, pump, gauge, relief valve, discharge valve, all one way or other can create some, can be thought of the source of hazard. So, they are either hardware or the energy sources. So, when we talk about hazardous elements, it can be either hardware or the software or the humanware or the energy sources, okay, or some others which are not combined there. So, for example, pressure tank is a hazard element because the tank itself can have wear and tear, and finally, there can be leakage or rupture of tank also. So, that is why this is the source. Now, initiating mechanism for tank case, tank rupture may take place. Now, overpressure inside the tank, uninsulated wire, power supply, operator failure, gas leak, drive system failure, control valve failure, malfunctioning pressure gauge, relief valve malfunction, alarm malfunction, malfunctioning of discharge valve, operator. So, many events in between that can take place, which alone or in combination can lead to explosion, fire, property damage, loss of equipment, loss of production, fatality and other things. So, these are target and threat. So, with reference to pressure tank system, this is the hazard triangle, and the concept of hazard triangle I have already given you, and I hope that here you get something more, means it is revisited. Now, then we go for the ontology part. What ontology? The same hazard triangle we have used, hazard element initiated by initiating mechanism, these are the initiating mechanism we have seen earlier, and then there will be accident related to explosion, leakage, fire, all those things. So, okay. So, we may not consider leakage, when leakage may not may lead to fire and explosion. So, leakage we have written here, gas leak. Okay. So, let explosion and fire for the time being. Also, sometimes you may say tank rupture is the accident. So, that we are considering under explosion. So, then the accident should not happen if the initiating mechanisms and will not align to that means the accident path is not created. So, in order to break the accident path, I told that there will be risk control system. So, here inspection, maintenance, operating procedure, installation alarm, staff competence, these may be few of the risk control system, and which should work, then maybe some maybe the initiating mechanisms will not ultimately occur and ultimate resulting accident will not take place. Okay. So, then if accident take place, what will happen? There will be threat like fatality, property damage and all those threats are there. These threats sometimes in hazard triangle explosion fire also we brought under target and threat, but in the accident path what is the additional thing we are trying to tell that you just find out a particular type of accident what is happening there. So, there is no hard and fast rule that you cannot say tank rupture is an accident. If tank rupture is an accident, you can write tank rupture is an accident, but again explosion also can be an accident, that's in. So, that means it is a very flexible boundary. So, initiating mechanism the last one, sometimes we are telling that it is the accident, but whatever may be the way, but please keep in mind that when something undesired when it happen and ultimately it has threat to the target, then that is that one will be talked about accident, the end state of the hazard actuation. And then these threats can be minimized by another kind of risk control system, which is known as mitigated risk control system. Here in this case we have given emergency arrangement only, and then this will lead to people, property, environment and organization. Organization means the reputation of the organization. From this ontology, so accident path can be created. For example, pressurized tank, tamp rupture, explosion, fire. This is one path, this is another path. Here power supply related one path electrocution, another path related to fatal burn injury, something like this. So, maybe we have missed some of the things, initiating mechanism in between. You can add all those things if you find something like this. Then gases, valve control and control system failure, breathing problem, these gases may lead to ultimately fire, fatal burn injury, etc. So, in this manner we created the ontology, accident path 5, 6, 7, 8, now 9. Operator does not open switch is closed for longer time, current supplied to motor for longer time, then pump overrun leads to overpressure leads to tank rupture leads to injury, property damage. Okay. So, you see what is happening, that here the tank rupture is the accident and a property, and this is the consequence. Okay. But the starting point is operator fails to do all those things once the overpressure condition has taken place and it leads to injury. Okay. Now, for the same thing we have developed the preliminary hazard list, the pumping system having this many components, storage system having this many components. For every component, the hazard effects and means basically the hazard initiative mechanism, target and threat, and these are the hazard elements. So, these things we have written and we have found out several basically hazard, this list, pump overrun, gas leakage, malfunctioning. So, like this many things we have created here. So, how many? I think it is basically so many, you just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 we have created here. Achha. Now, if you see the preliminary hazard analysis for this 12, then IMRI and some recommended actions given and FMRI is created. So, it is not regularly maintained. So, that is why the effect is this, but what if you regularly maintain, if it will be reduced to this. Okay. So, this is basically the application part I am showing. So, it's a kind of revisit, and similar things we have seen earlier also. So, please go through and develop your own case for PHA, PHL and other techniques. Then HAZOP for HAZOP purpose. So, you have to find out the study note. We have considered two study note. The first study note is the where from pump to pressure, that is the base, there is a pipe and there is pump, and rest of the things are like this. So, here one study note is taken. So, this is the first one, and the second one is this. So, 1 and 2 different study note we have taken. You may take some other things, but we have taken these two because we thought that these two is able to tell you most of the deviations. Okay. But there are switch and other wire, those deviations also require to be found out, and in that case you will basically if you take another one in wire, then if wire is not having current, then there may be problem of other things that also can be taken care of. Suppose you just think of this place where pump that from the pump that through this pipe this particular tank is filled by gas. Okay. So, here flow will be important and time will be another important one. Suppose flow, no flow, more flow, less flow, other than flow. Suppose no flow, gas inlet valve closed, plug in pipe, pipe ruptured, more flow, pump performance enhanced due to high voltage. Less flow, gas inlet valve partially closed, partially plugged or leak in pipe, other than flow, supply of wrong materials, basically in the sense it instead of gas maybe air is supplied. Okay. So, then what will be the effect, what will be the actions, and what is the status, open closed. Open closed hypothetically we have written. Now, this tank, I think the important parameter is pressure, and its guide word high means high pressure and low pressure. High pressure, what are the causes? Because of pump overrun. If high pressure condition, there is a tank rupture will take place. So, inspection and control, inspection of control system and valve, that is what is the recommendation. It is already there. So, low pressure, malfunctioning of gas inlet valve partially closed. Gas cannot be pressurized to intended level given the reset time. So, gas inlet valve must be checked regularly or something like this. So, it is open. Okay. So, what we have given then? We have given you that some, it is basically revisit of the previous all the techniques so far you learnt, and then with reference to pressure example, I am creating some insights into the hazard identification issues, and then with reference to this example, we are showing that how it can be done and how it can, you can also document the things. Then FMEA, you see that FMEA again we says that you have to go to the servo component level, switch, pump, timer. Now, when you talk about switch failure modes, maybe it is basically open all the time, partially open all the time, it is closed all the time, partially closed, fails to start, this 4. And then what will happen, we have written. Similarly, pump fails to start, operates too long, operate at degraded speed, fails off while running, timer worn out, fails to reset, stop prematurely, start prematurely, timer logic fails. So many things are there. And then why it is open, we have written some of the causes. So you can add to these causes, you can modify the causes also, absolutely no problem. But please remember that they are these causes you have to, the causes you have to identify. Then what will happen if this open the effect part also, then important part, another important part is the finding of the probability, severity and detectability. We have used the 10-point scale what we have given to you earlier, the 10-point scale for probability, severity and detectability, and then you calculate the RPN, and once you create the RPN, the depending on the RPN value you may know, you may go for some kind of action or you may think that this is absolutely okay. So maintain the status quo. So sometimes we are saying that regular inspection, some of the things are already there, some of the things may not be there, but ultimately our aim here is just see, we are basically saying suppose these are not done properly. So that means even in with regular maintenance, inspection and all those things, if adequately it is done, so there is a chance of reduction of PS and D. What we have assumed, because this is a hypothetical example, what we have assumed? We have assumed that these action, the risk control system, basically these risk control systems, they are not adequately performing. It is inspection, maintenance, everything is there, but there may be loopholes. So then you revamp all those things to the level possible, so that the effect will be more. And then what will happen? The PSD either P or S or your D or all in combination, okay, that will be reduced. For example, here P cannot be reduced, but your S and D is reduced. So ultimately this is reduced. So actually this PSD gives you very interesting idea that where the action will be taken, what design and redesign option can be adopted, so that ultimately the RPN can be minimized. Okay. So this is what failure mode and effect analysis application. Then storage system, similarly for the storage system, pressure gauge, discharge valve, so many that failure modes, the causes and ultimately the effects, the RPN, action. So this is your the table, you have to prepare similar table. Okay. What will happen then? When you have so many failure modes and also you have computed their RPN, you develop Pareto chart. Pareto chart. Okay. So this Pareto chart will talks about, it's basically vital few and trivial many, vital few and trivial many. The purpose is to find out the vital few and trivial many. Maybe these are the vital few, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, okay. Okay, in between something we could not write also, suppose okay. These are the vital few and these are the others are trivial many. You concentrate on vital few. Okay, this is Pareto chart. This is also known as 80-20 rule. What is 80-20 rule? 80% of the problems are caused by 25% of the, or 25%. Like here 80% of the risk associated with 20% of the failure modes, or other way actually its origin I think I have told you. Other way it is basically in the 18th century Alfred Pareto observed a interesting phenomena. The phenomena is this: 80% of world wealth WEALTH, all wealth was consumed by 20% of world population in 18th century. This is in the 18th century. I think so, 18th century. Okay, but at the time prior to when he was alive, that time he observed this phenomena, and then this phenomena after that in terms of chart we use, and it has a lot of application. Okay, so this is your risk priority number, and then risk priority number is used to find out the vital few failure modes. What we have discussed? We have discussed that with reference to pressure tank example, how do you conduct hazard identification. Okay. Now, what is the purpose? Purpose is that you can adopt the same for your system. Okay. And please understand, in order to do all those things, you require to have system knowledge, including design knowledge, hazard knowledge, and if you have previous lessons learned. And please remember that it will not be an individual work, all those things will be teamwork. Team should be composed of experts from different discipline. Okay. So, we have discussed system breakdown structure. It is important. We have discussed hazard triangle, very important. We have discussed accident path or safety ontology, that is what the terminology we have used, safety ontology leading to accident paths, very important. Then PHL, PHA, HAZOP, FMEA. Okay. So, there are some other techniques like your FMECA, failure mode effect and criticality analysis, fault tree analysis, event tree analysis, hierarchical task analysis, Petri net, many others. Okay. So, thank you very much. Hope that you all will score. First of all, you will understand it, the hazard identification techniques, practice it, and also face difficulties, and you can write in the forum. We will try our best to answer to your questions. Thanks a lot. See you again.